We are going to go live, and we are live. Can you go and close that door, please? Hi, everybody. My name is Helena, Gink Design. We are live on the Aussie Decor Transfer page. We are slightly late, because you'll never guess what. We had technical problems. No, really, I hear you all saying, really. Yes, really, I had technical problems. I'll tell you about it later. If you join, can you say hello and let me know that you're here? I will try to pick up all the questions as we go along. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for joining. I will try and answer any questions you have as we go along. But Wednesday evening is a short one. It is called Pick a Mix because it's going to be something different, or something that someone to answer a question from a previous live, or just a troubleshoot. And tonight I am going to do transfers around a curved edge. I'm going to try and give you hints and tips on how to best do that, because I know it can be tricky for people. So that is the plan for tonight, and it's going to be brief. I've got this I think it's an egg box, and it has a few wee ridges and curves. So we are going to do a few wee transfers on it. I also have a little jug. I haven't painted this, but it's a sealed surface, so I think it might be okay. I'm going to try anyway. I just wanted to find something curved, and this is very, very curved. To try just to give you all hints and tips of how to best do this. So if you come to do a curved edge or over like this bumpy edge on a drawer, then you might learn something here. So I am using my own product. Check this out. This is called Coin Lotus. I had to buy that for myself because I loved it, and I haven't got to use it yet, but I will use it on something soon. So in the Koi and Lotus, I don't want to do spoilers, but there's beautiful fish. There's also this sheet of little tiny fish. So I thought this would be good to show you how to go around a corner. So I'm just going to set this out of the way, and I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to need for corners that I find when I'm doing bumps. And it's to stop them cracking, but honestly, all transfers, no matter what, it's not a brand thing, all transfers, when you're doing up and over bumps, there is a possibility that's going to crack. But hopefully I can keep it to a minimum. So I'm going to just cut out a wee fish out of this transfer and try to go around the edge with it. So these are my hints and tips. Get rid of as much of the acetate as you can. You don't want big bits of acetate flopping about when you're trying to bend a delicate image around a corner. So I think we'll do this maybe this way, going across this edge, I think, to start with. So your best friends when you're going around corners, your best friend is your tape. It definitely is your tape, because when you put it around a corner, it has to, if it leaves the surface, it will crack, because that's your surface. And if you haven't got it taped down and you're coming around a corner, it'll go like that and then it'll crack. Of course, I have chosen a very, very tiny little fish, but it should still work. You should still be able to see. So what I'm going to do is, now this is the tricky bit, as soon as you get it positioned, you can't move it again when you're going around a corner. So I'm going to hold it down, I'm going to slide out the backing, I'm going to push it down with my fingers the way you would use the yellow tool to keep the air out, and I'm going to stick it in place. Then I'm going to come back up to the top. I'm going to get my wooden transfer tool, and I'm going to start to release the transfer onto the piece. Taking particular care when you're coming here. Hello, Jane Smith. Thank you for joining. And Caroline. Yes, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining. Elizabeth, all these are available in the US. There is a link, my affiliate link. It's a drop shipping system. So if you go through my affiliate link and order something, it gets shipped to you from Florida, I think, in the US. So you're coming across the top. As I say, it's the tightness. You want to keep that tightness so that your transfer doesn't crack. Now, you can see I've lifted that up. That's it, fine. So I'm going to move it. Now, you'll not be able to do this every time with drawers, but honestly, when you're doing drawers, take them out. Take your drawer out of your piece and lay it flat. So now this is the tricky bit. I'm pulling see the way I'm rolling the tape. I'm not taking the tape off, I'm just rolling it up. I'm rolling it up so it can get in underneath. And then I'm holding the piece down when I remove the tape to get into the middle. And there you can see, can you see? The little fish has went around the corner and it has not broken and it has not cracked. Isn't that great? So I'm going to I'll do a few more. I'll maybe get a bigger fish to show you that it can be done with bigger ones. It's just making sure that you have your tape, that you have it in place, that it doesn't move. So once you position it, that's really it. You have to just go with it, be confident and go with where you've positioned it. So I just have to show you this now. This is one, our transfers come in sheets. This is one sheet. So can you see how much product is on one sheet of these beautiful fish? I do love this, can't wait to get using this. I have a child who has a fish tank in their bedroom. They love fish. So that's going to be very popular in my house. So these are the rest. This is the huge lotus. Now you can cut these up. As you saw, I cut off a little fish. So I'm going to choose one to do. Then we also get these. So these big sheets are fantastic. There's no joining. You choose your design, you cut them up, and you place away. So I think I will cut one of these out for the. Let's see, we'll do the top. We'll do it coming round here. Now that's going to be very tricky, but that's what I'm here to show you. So if I take this one. Right, so I'm just going to go in. I'm going to cut around some dragonflies. I'm trying to keep as much intact because I want to show you how cool this is going to look. And we'll come around the corner with a larger image just to show you that it's the same principle as when I was working with the wee small fish. And then I'll move on to this wee jug after this and see. So again, I want to position it along here and coming round the edge. Maybe move it just to get more around the edge. So we'll do it that way and get it coming around the edge. Now there is a great possibility that this will crack because there is a lip. It's not just a bump. It is an actual lip. So you're coming down, round, under and down. So it might crack. When I'm going over drawers, if mine crack, what I do is I paint it. I get acrylic paints and I paint in. So say the floor and there's a big crack and you can notice it. I will get a pink acrylic paint and just where we find paintbrush, paint it in and then top coat it. So I'm going again with my tape. I'm happy that that's my placement. Whoop. I'm going to tape in the front and then pull it down tight. And then I'm going to remove the backing paper. Once I remove the backing paper, I'm going up with my finger and pushing it tight. And then tight again. Across the top. And I just need one more bit of tape. Tape is definitely your friend when you're going up over drawers and when you're going around corners. If I had a helper, but I do not want this to move. So again, my wooden tool, and I will start the process of putting it onto my piece. And this is only a demonstration tonight to show how to do around a corner or over a bump. It is all about keeping your piece in place and trying not to have movement. But if it does crack, then just get a wee bit of paint and a little paintbrush and paint it in. And then when you top coat it, you won't see it. And remember, not everything has to be perfect. So can you see? Maybe lift it this way so you can see. I'm trying to get it in close to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I've kept one hand on it the whole time and have kept my tape on it the whole time. I'm doing either side of my tape, and then when I remove my tape I'll do underneath. Oh. So. Yes, oh shoot. Yes, I pulled out the backing, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Jane, I pulled out the backing. Oh, I've moved it now. Right, I'm doing up over and down and around. So these are lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely transfers. And we have just, Aussie Decor Transfers have just released 25 new, it's a new product, decoupage paper. It's a tissue paper. So it's thinner than their self-adhesive decoupage papers. And they will be in the UK at the end of May. I'm just pulling the tape back slowly so I can see that there's a few cracks, but that's okay. I'm going to work these in now. So the tissue paper is 25 images, 25. Some is steampunk. There's horses. There is what else is there? There's mythical. So there's like Pegasus. Oh. There is, what else has been released? There's a lady with a snake. She's called the Queen of Spades. There are skulls. Have you all seen the new releases? So they're great. They're coming at the end of May. You can pre-order them from now to make sure that when they hit the UK, yours will come straight to you. They'll be drop shipped to your address. You don't have to wait. And this is the first release of them, so if you get in now and get them drop shipped to you, you'll definitely get one. So we're just going under this lip. And there's a few wee cracks, but that happens with all brands. Now I'm going to move it up and do the edge. Move the tape back a bit. So if you haven't, oh, the balloon are great. If you haven't seen them, go to the Aussie Decor Transfer website and have a look and see what is coming, and then you can plan. You can plan your pieces. I have mine all planned out. I've been buying furniture, been looking at furniture and knowing what's coming, and then buying the furniture to match the tissue paper. I don't think that's probably what you should do. You should be saying, no, I've got enough furniture. I don't need any more. But I'm like, oh, 25 new pieces. Oh, I need 25 more pieces of furniture. So I'm coming across the top. So try not to let it move. Because you're bending it around the corner, you're trapping air under it. It just happens because you're bending it and it's plastic. So some of the flowers, if you get your scissors and you cut in, although it doesn't on this particular one, you can't do it, but on some of the wee delicate ones, you can cut the plastic in before you take off your backing paper. So when you're going around a corner, it's like, you know, in school where you would use paper cups and you would put wee slits all around them and then bend them out. You can use that with these to get yourself around a corner or across a drawer and up and over a bump. So you can do lots of things. You don't have to use these in big sheets. So I'm pulling the tape back another bit just to, let's see, where's my yellow tool? I like to use my yellow tool to place it. The balloons are really cool. Aussie Decor Transfers have new products coming within the next few months. The posters will be in the UK. There will be new designs, I think, in the posters. There will be new designs in their other ranges, and then these amazing tissue papers. They're 40 GSM. If anyone knows about paper, they're 40 GSM. They come in 3 sizes. So you have your A1, your A2, and your A3. Now, I know not all of them come in 3 sizes, but I think the majority do. So that's brilliant. You have the smaller ones, the medium and the large, without any chopping up and cutting bits off to make them fit. Hi Barbara, thanks for joining. It's only a wee quick one tonight. I'm just going around corners with transfers and giving some tips. So I'm just finishing, and then we will see. I didn't seal this wee box. This wee box has been painted in Fleur, which has its own built-in top coat. So I didn't need to seal this. But if you're using chalk paint, you need to seal before you start applying your transfers. I'm only here for a wee quick one tonight, Barbara. There was some queries about, you know, the way when you're using transfers around corners, Barbara, they tend to crack. So I was just trying to give some hints and tips and be helpful. Right, so I have cracked it there. So you can see there's a crack. See that? But when you look at it like this, you can't see the crack because there's a lip. So it wasn't a ridge, it was an actual lip. So if you're looking at that, you can't notice it. Hi Betty, or Bet, thank you for joining. So what you do then is You get a wee paintbrush and a wee bit of green. But there's a wee tiny crack, see, on the now I'm coming in on the leaf. So you get a wee bit of dark green and a wee tiny paintbrush, and you just paint in the wee tiny white line so you don't see it. Now there are no cracks. Do you see it coming right round? See right across it there? And that was us coming down and round. There's no cracks because I held it firmly in place. So I hope that helps. So we'll go back and we'll look at our wee fish. Our wee fish went round a 90-degree angle without any cracks because I applied the same technique. I think that's the key. Once you place it, when you're going over the top of drawer fronts or over the top of ridges, once you place it, I think that's key. Don't move it. Even if you're not happy, if you think it's a wee bit out, just don't move it. Once it's placed, that's it. So I'm going to check for time. See, I might have time to do a little, although again, I haven't sealed this, but it has been cleaned and it's already a sealed surface. So we'll just try we'll try a small big fish. Yeah, we'll try a small but big fish on this just to see. And we'll work the same way as we did before. So we'll place it, and this is very bendy. So we'll place it and then we'll stick it. And then we will remove our backing tape. Backing paper, so we'll stick one end and then I can slide the backing paper out. So I think that's fine. You can, yes, you can blend the white into the cream, or you can paint over the white with the same paint, Jane, when you're using a transfer that doesn't have a clear background. So I'm just going to put the tape around this to try and hold this on the curve. And I hope I haven't taped my backing paper in. No, I haven't. I don't think so. Well, maybe I have a little bit. I need to get the backing paper out. The backing paper is out. And that's been pushed down again. I'll use my yellow tool. The yellow tool is very good for pushing any air out. Now, in saying that, I don't even know if this is going to adhere to this wee jug, but I hope it does because it's super cute. I was going to do glass. I've done these onto mirrors, which are very effective. If you have a mirror, just any mirror, just give it a clean, degrease it, and then just put them onto mirrors. They're very effective on the mirrors. Right, where have we gone? So I'll start to rub the transfer. This transfer pack, this Coin Lotus, is absolutely amazing. I have seen the cow being done onto a blue blended painted background, and it looked like a pond. I've seen them being done onto glass, and then onto glass, and then there's blue liquid added to the glass. It looks like they're swimming. So that's pretty cool. So I had to have them for the child who has the fish tank because they love them. And we have a pond. We have a pond at the bottom of our garden. We have two goldfish. One is a goldfish and one is a black goldfish. Pardon? Oh, one is a fantail goldfish, I have been informed by Ash, who is here, my manager, making sure the sound is on and the camera is on. I think Deb will be pleased about that. On Sunday, I was learning hellos from all around the world. So the two I learned on Sunday was Kia ora. I can't remember the other one. It was a ni hao or something. So I'm rubbing quite firm on this, but I don't want to shift. So I'm still holding it down, but being quite firm. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it. And now the tricky bit will be having to remove the tape to do underneath it. But we'll do that at a wee bit of time when we get to it. The yellow tool is very good for putting pressure on it because it has a hard end. So sometimes if you're unsure about your surface, I think that's went cloudy. So I think we are nearly at the stage of removing the tape to do the bit that's under the tape. So this is the tricky bit, because the tape can lift the whole thing. This is the tricky bit, but so I'm just rolling the tape up but not taking the tape off the whole thing, because we still want it to be kept in place. We don't want it to shift at this stage. If it slides, it'll all be cracked and all your hard work will be for nothing. Right, so I'm going to start to peel it back. When you peel it back, if there's any bit still stuck to your acetate, just lay it back down again. I'm removing the tape and lifting it up to see. I don't think there's anything. I think we've got it all. Now, I've probably said that and we'll rip its head off. No, we have it. So there you go. So this is on a very curved circular surface. And that's just to show you how. That's all I thought I would do tonight, is to show how to go around curved surfaces and not just on flat, and how to do the 90 degrees angle, which was the little fish. The little fish was a 90 degree and it didn't crack. The lip of the lid, there was a crack. There was a crack there, and I will paint that in. And when I'm finished painting it in with acrylic paints, I will then take a photo and I will pop the photo into the Creative Club. If you're not already in the Facebook Creative Club, join it, because that's where all these wee hints and tips and all the brand ambassadors and all the content creators all hang out and share all their knowledge. So it's good to be in it. And I'm going to leave you with that. I'll show you him up close. Thanks for joining. Maybe pick a mix. I don't know what's going to be next week. This question just came up today about putting transfers on curved surfaces or bumpy ridges, or so I just showed how to do around corners. And I hope you find it. Hi, Yvonne. I hope you find it helpful. And I hope that it also inspires you and gives you a bit of confidence to try it out for yourself. And remember, my link is in the bio. If you want to go to the website and have a look at the fabulous 25 new decoupage papers, go ahead. And I will leave you now, and I'll see you all here again Sunday at 6, and I will be working with the diamond lattice stencil. Bye. Thanks for joining.